And that can only mean one thing. It is time for the DVD Weekly Podcast Plus Special Late Edition. Guess who's with me? Jared? That would be wrong. That would be a wrong guess. We have Autumn with us.
Hi.
Howdy. She's going to report on something special. And then we have Susan with us.
Hello.
Also reporting on something special. Two special things that we'll be reporting on this show because we wanted to do something kind of quick, kind of fun. Now watch, it won't be quick, but we're going to try. Before we do that, I do want to talk about the Disney 100.
All right.
This is sad news.
Sad?
Dude, I'm shocked. As a matter of fact, I got this news quite a while ago, but I couldn't believe it myself. I kept going, this can't be right. I have now found out that it is absolutely...
You've confirmed it.
Correct. Yes.
What is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, the final voyage for Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser
What?
will take place September 28th and through September 30th. This is the Star Wars
Tours?
Galactic... No, this is the hotel.
Oh, that one that was really expensive?
Yes, where you went into space and it did the whole thing.
Yeah.
They're closing it.
Oh, they spent all that money and now it's not even
Yeah,
a
somebody,
thing?
was it, what, 30 million?
It was a big, yeah.
I don't remember how much it was. Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is one of the most creative projects ever, and it's been praised by Disney's guests and recognized for setting a new bar for innovation and immersive entertainment, and so they decided to close it.
The ones who could afford it,
Yeah.
which was 2 people.
Yeah.
That's why they have to close it.
This premium experience gave us the opportunity, this is Disney speaking, to try new things on a smaller scale of 100 rooms, and we will take what we've learned to create future experiences.
Don't charge
can,
a bazillion dollars.
Exactly. They can reach more guests and fans. In other words, cheaper.
Right.
We'll be contacting guests booked for voyages departing on or after September 30th to discuss their options and modify their plans.
Oh, they already have future bookings that they have to cancel for
Yes,
this?
to prioritize these guests, we are pausing new bookings until May 26th.
Wow.
Disney goes on to say they're very proud of all their cast members and Imagineers who brought Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser to life and look forward to delivering an excellent experience for guests during the remaining voyages over the coming months.
They didn't even give it a year then, did they?
No, I think hasn't it been a year? I think so.
It must have been a fast year because that's, wow.
Yeah.
It must have been a real flop to close it that soon.
I'll tell you what else Disney is not going to do now. Now, let's take a look at this now. This is in Florida, where Disney's not having a good time with Mr. DeSantis.
I cannot stand
Mr. DeSantin, as I like to call him.
Okay.
Mr. I'm running for president now. Can you believe that?
Well, no.
No, me neither.
Well,
Well, you know, Disney has been for quite some time now.
yeah.
You know, I'm gonna need. I'm sorry, I gotta stop for a second. I'm gonna need a little Monster drink just to get through this.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, ah! Oh God, the flavor. Here we go.
You,
Oh,
Dad!
Autumn!
That's nasty.
Autumn did
that.
that.
Was Dad.
Promise?
That was Dad.
Promise?
That was Dad. Because
You
he
know
was
she doesn't
literally
promise.
drinking the soda, and that was
I was
literally...
drinking and never called Monster drink soda. I was drinking it. And
Okay,
the
you were
burp
drinking
happened,
the gasoline.
The
and you
burp happened as I was drinking.
Nah, everybody is on my side. That was literally you.
She's, as you can see, she's
Autumn,
grown to be.
it was you.
She's grown to be. She's grown to be quite the liar. As you know, Disney told their employee. I don't know if you remember this or not, but Disney told many of their high-ranking employees that lived in the Burbank area, which is where where the Walt Disney Company is,
Yeah?
that they were going to have to move to Florida
Oh, no.
because they were moving everything to Florida.
Oh.
I mean, all the Disney, all the animation, everything.
Oh.
Moving out of Hollywood, going into Florida in a construction area that they were calling Lake Nona. It was the Florida Employee Campus.
Ah.
And they required everyone well, I don't know about everyone, but they required a bunch of people to move. Some people have already left.
Oh.
They've already left California
No.
and gone to Florida.
Oh.
Then
that
comes
would
Mr.
stink.
DeSantis. The company, the Walt Disney Company, is no longer requiring California-based employees to...
That would suck. I'd be so pissed if I had
Yeah.
left my home in California,
Yeah.
which I loved, and had to move to hot and humid Florida
Yeah.
for my job, and then didn't have to. I'd be beyond words.
Now, is all this because of the feud between Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Disney? I
Probably.
think that's not helping. So, yeah.
Too much politics. Too bad.
Disney said they're going to work with the employees that have already moved.
They better buy him a new house back in California.
Oh, yeah. And
That's
it better
what
be
I'm-
pretty.
Well,
It better be a party house.
well, just like the flop with Star Wars, there's a flop of I had to sell my house in California and move to Florida flop.
We had to sell our house in California and move... Oh, wait, we didn't have a house in California. But we had to move to Seattle.
And in other news...
We'll be home soon. So there you go. That's Disney 100 for you this week. But
Wait a minute. Oh,
Uh-huh.
what do you have? Do you usually have a topic of discussion for Disney 100 news?
Yes, I always
And
have
you call something Disney 100
Well,
news?
we call it because in celebration of Disney 100,
Yes.
then I decided to call the segment Disney 100
I see.
for the year. And every week,
Okay, now don't turn this. This is DVD Weekly Podcast. Don't turn it into the Disney Weekly
Oh,
Podcast.
I'd love to.
I know you would.
you know I would love to
I
do
know
that.
you would.
But then it can't be cynical and mean and nasty like we usually are.
Well, you pretty much are with this DeSantos guy anyway. So.
Oh, I hate him.
Yeah, I know.
I hate him. I cannot wait.
Well, you should.
Did you hear what happened?
No.
He announced it on Twitter.
This
Can
is
we not
turning
talk about
politics. I
him?
know.
I really cannot. I'm gonna throw up. I hate him.
Yeah, but listen, this is beautiful.
All right. Last.
As soon
minute of
as
it.
the announcement began,
Mm-hmm.
Twitter started going down. And it
Oh.
completely destroyed his announcement
Oh.
of being president.
Well, that's,
Which means
that's a
even
godsend.
which means even God
Yeah.
and the beautiful, beautiful Twitter bird do not want to see him as president.
The Twitter bird.
Yes.
Oh, well.
So anyway,
All
there
right.
you go. Now I brought in these
Okay.
two lovely ladies.
Yeah,
To-
what?
What are you looking around for? To do a topic. Each one a topic.
A topic of discussion. Neither one of which are DVD Weekly related.
No, and I say
You do-
this. I say, thank the Lord for that.
Well, you do have something in regards to DVDs, so
This
that
is a-
we can update them on that at least, right?
On DVDs?
Yeah, do you have something to talk about DVDs?
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
No, this show's special.
Oh.
This is a
Late
special show.
and special.
Late and special. And we're going to start off
Okay.
with something that Autumn and I did because you were gone.
Mm-hmm.
Autumn and I did this, and Autumn's going to talk about this year's Crypticon.
Well, I'm glad, first off, that you went without me, because
We almost didn't, right, Autumn? What did I keep saying?
the Horror Fanatics show here in Seattle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like, Mom's gonna be so mad.
No, I'm
Like,
not.
See, I told you. I don't know.
Horror
I don't-
movies. Okay, so
I
back
love
to
to do
DVD
things
Weekly.
together. I don't,
That's
you know.
I love horror movies so much. You
That's
don't even
you
understand.
guys' thing. You guys,
Yeah.
although I did watch the Saw movie for the first time, and I'm
Mhm.
pretty darn proud of myself because I made it through, and it was very interesting.
Did you watch it with
The
Autumn?
funny
I
thing
did.
is that movie's not even scary. So
Well, and that's all I can handle.
Well, it's creepy, though.
It's
it's
creepy
not
and
creepy.
it's twisty.
Yeah.
It was very. That's my kind of horror movie, like Scream.
I-
know,
Yeah,
like
I love that.
kind of a twist of the thought of
Yeah.
who done it and all that. So yes, if we're talking about DVDs, if you haven't seen the Saw after 20 years or whatever it is,
Seen
I
the
saw-
Saw. She's seen the Saw.
I saw the Saw. Okay, never mind.
And it ripped out my eyes. I saw the Saw. Sorry.
No, we saw 1 and 2 at Goodwill today.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
But,
really?
I'm gonna buy that, but
If somebody says that Saw is a horror movie, I say no.
No,
That's
say
that's
nothing.
that's like a
I don't know.
that's like a thriller
if
kind of
you-
mystery kind of thing.
If
Huh.
you put in the category horror and it's just gore, then that's the kind of movie.
Don't touch. Ow!
God, what the hell?
Sorry, you just yelled at everybody.
know.
You know,
Sorry.
anybody who's in headphones like I am right now,
Just lost.
you can go ahead and sue my daughter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
She has no money, just so you know.
I have
Actually,
more money than you.
Yes, that's true. Damn it.
So
And it's all probably going on a progress.
So that's all that went down about the DVDs this week.
So what?
Saw.
What? Yeah, you need to get over the whole DVD thing.
Okay, well, all right. Now
We've been trying to for years. So, Autumn, what'd you think of Crypticon?
I freaking loved it.
This is Dad's second Crypticon because
Yeah.
he went with Jared quite a few years back.
Yeah.
Before you were born.
Well, we actually did
No, that was like
Crypticon.
2010.
We actually did Crypticon for the
Oh,
show.
maybe you were a tiny baby.
was like,
Oh yeah, that's right. You
Yeah,
guys
we did it
announced
for this
from
show.
the show.
Yeah.
Because of the movies, the horror movies and stuff.
Yeah, well,
So-
because the DVD Weekly podcast, especially for those folks who are just here, and apparently my wife, who apparently doesn't know what it's about. Do you hear that? Well, you're
I
not
do.
in headphones.
No.
I'm
I know what it's about, but I try to keep you on topic.
It's about the entertainment world.
I understand.
And that's what we're talking about today, the entertainment world, until we get to you.
Until me. So that's what I'm saying.
But still, what do you have to say? So interesting.
Okay.
Interesado.
Oh, it's so interesting you brought me in to talk about it.
That's right, I did.
Okay.
All right,
So back to the show.
So back
Your
to
first
Crypticon,
Crypticon.
but you keep getting us off track.
Yes. Okay. Now that's it. Go
That's
ahead.
it.
What do you got to
She's
say?
done.
I have no idea what's going on right now.
I don't either. What are we talking
Like,
about?
there is so much going on. I'm about to ready to fall asleep. What?
So what did you think was cool?
Oh.
What was your favorite thing
You know what?
about Crypticon this year?
It's so small and stupid, but I kept going to it, and it was the little sneaky snakes and the little spiders.
Yeah, you did. They had.
Sneaky sneak?
Well,
Little
they have
sneaky
a,
snakes.
they have
They're
a
Oh, sneaky snakes. I see.
they have a vendor section, and that's really the fun part, and they sell everything you can think of.
Well, clearly they do. You gotta.
Don't say yet. Don't
Thank
say.
you. All right.
Here we are. We're in this room. Autumn's got tons of money. Tons. She's like a gigolo.
Yeah, she's been babysitting and not spending.
Tons of money. What is the number one thing, Autumn,
I
that you bought and brought home?
Oh, this is the love of her life.
I got a chicken heart. It's so cute
It's
and
disgusting.
small,
It's disgusting.
and it's in fluid. So
I don't
It's
know
a
what-
chicken heart in like a test tube
vial.
Vial, yes.
it's so cute, and I
It's-
have it right next to my bed.
You know
so
what's
I
cute?
always-
It's
You know what's cute?
disgusting.
A baby chicken.
Yes, a sweet little with his
But just
heart
so you know,
baby
just so you
chicken.
know, that heart was in a baby chicken. So
Well,
there you
that's
go.
the sad
That's the
part.
point.
That's the sad
So-
part.
so-
You know what else they had? They had a baby pig in a jar.
No.
Oh, I'm
See,
just
this
sitting
is
there-
why I don't go to these. I would rather go to
and they were real. These were
the
real
flea market
animals.
and swap meet. than
Yeah.
Hey,
go-
at least it wasn't a real baby's head.
well,
'Cause,
that's
like, I
horrible.
would love to have that, like actual like people's body parts.
Ew.
What in the hell is
No, because it's like think of the
The
American
oddities.
No, think of the American Horror Story intro where it's all the baby heads and the
Ew.
bottles. That's what I
No.
want in my room.
No, I've
That's
only
what I
seen
want.
a couple episodes of that. That show is beyond.
I can see we shouldn't have gone to Crypticon.
Okay,
well,
but
for her, she enjoyed it.
Jeez.
you know what?
This is why I'm glad you went without me because this is totally not my thing.
What else did you like there, Autumn?
Well, okay, hold on. I gotta say, I'm at the point where
Where you should be institutionalized?
Yeah.
fake
Yes.
gore, like on movies and stuff, like it's not enough. So I have to look at real gore.
Yeah,
to
you were watching the TMZ story about the guy who was at the bar in Florida, and he
I
went
was-
outside, got too close to the water, and an alligator jumped up and chewed off his arm.
No, because I
She's-
was laughing so hard because
she's
I
super intrigued by the murderers and stuff. What
oh
is it?
the serial killers.
Oh, I don't know how.
And then
No,
I watch lobotomies all the time.
You know,
Oh.
we're probably putting her in grave danger right now.
this
No,
is
because-
horrible. Unless you grew up to be a
no,
surgeon
it's-
because you can see all this stuff.
Or a police
This is-
officer.
Well, that too.
So
So
there was the TMZ video of the guy getting his arm
bit off.
bit off.
Oh, yeah.
Fully off.
All there's one point,
No.
and they blur it, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
And
no,
you can
that's-
see it's a big bone
this
just
happen recently?
sticking out of his... Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Couple
real
days ago.
recent.
And I am cracking up because I saw the CNN one, and the first thing he says on the video is, "I didn't lose my life. I just lost an arm. It's not a big deal." And I'm like, "Are you serious?
Was this in
He's like,
Florida?
he's like, it's not. He's like, it's yes. He's like, it's not the end of the world. And I'm like, no, because hold on. I
No.
I gotta see the. Wait, hold on.
How is that not a
The
TikTok
freaking
video? That's so
I
sad.
don't
That's
know.
so
Hold on.
sad.
What a horrifying
I
thing.
know.
Florida just seems like
You
alligators.
just know it's Florida.
It's no
Here it
big
is.
deal.
Here it is. Listen to this guy. Hold on. There's an ad.
We are not
This
supporting.
is horrible.
Look on life that stands out.
Oh wait, hold on.
Okay.
Go back.
I didn't lose my life, lost an arm. It's not the end of the world.
I'm like,
Wait.
I wish I
do
was that.
Play that again.
I wish.
Put it right up to the mic so we can hear.
That outlook on
Hold on.
life that stands out.
I
I didn't lose my life, lost an arm. It's not the end of the world. It's that.
That attitude.
I want whatever he's on.
Yeah, he's on some major painkillers.
Dude,
I didn't lose my life.
I want to be that chill.
I only
It's like I
lost.
told Autumn.
I mean, life goes on.
It's like I told Autumn. I mean, okay, that's fine today.
Yeah, till
But
you
see,
don't
what-
have an arm tomorrow.
What he's not thinking about is, like when he goes to his daughter's graduation and he goes to clap for her. Yeah, now all of a sudden it makes sense.
Or walk her down the aisle and he's got
That's
no
right.
arm.
I was laughing
That's
so
right.
hard when he said that. I'm like, oh my god, no. That's foul. That's
horrible.
What a deal.
foul.
So now we know where you
What a
you
deal.
get it from your dad.
What else did you like about
But-
Crypticon this year?
I loved Crypticon because I felt famous, dude. I was like,
Well,
You
first
were
you have
famous.
to say why.
well, oh my gosh, my costume. I wouldn't say costume because I was wearing my normal clothes, but
True.
just with
And your makeup.
my makeup. I was wearing a clown makeup. Actually, wow. Not gonna lie, kind of nailed that that makeup.
Your look.
I'm not really. I'm getting to the point where I can actually make my own clown look,
Yay.
and kind of.
She did look cool. I will put some pictures on our Facebook
Okay,
page.
yeah.
Oh,
God.
From
Well, the reason why you were
Crypticon.
famous, everybody wanted to take your picture
Mhm.
with
Yeah.
them and the people that dressed up like.
Yes.
I
yeah.
took so many pictures, like the Ghost, like the band, the
Oh yeah, right.
and then like
people dressed up like ghosts.
Yeah.
and-
yeah, and
We got a little worried because when we first got there, it was in a hotel, in the DoubleTree Hotel, right across from the airport, from the Seattle SeaTac Airport. And as we got close, I didn't say anything. Autumn and I are kind of looking around, right? And we can't find parking. There's no parking anywhere. Not only is there no parking, but there's nobody in costume.
Dad was dressed as Alice Cooper.
So
I
we're-
did his makeup.
Yeah,
Nice.
she did my makeup. She did Alice Cooper. I love that. So we kept kind of, and finally Autumn goes, I'm getting kind of nervous. And I go, why? She goes, I don't see anybody dressed up.
That's funny.
Were you nervous?
Me?
Yeah.
You're starting making me nervous. We did finally find a parking quite a ways away from the place.
Yeah, and I was wearing my demonias. If you don't know what demonias are, they're like
2 feet
Gigantic
tall. Boots.
boots.
They're not shoes, they're elevators.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
elevators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well-
who did you see? Did you see that they had some stars from the movies?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
I fangirled. The funny thing is, I watch American Horror Story, and I'm on the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know how you can get through that show. That
It's
show
not even-
is weird.
It's so like, dude, it's amazing.
There's so much going on in that show that it's hard for me to follow.
And I forget what's his name in.
Hold on, I can't hear you. You're disappearing from
She's
me.
looking on her phone for names.
I don't know his name in the.
Oh, you mean that thing I told you to
Evan-
do before we started?
Well, no, don't not. I'm not saying the real name.
Oh. I don't know. The
American Horror Story, the first season, and I think he's in another season too. But in the first season, he's the guy. I don't think he has a name. He does, but like nobody knows him from his name.
Oh, the
it's
suit
like-
guy.
Yeah, he's in the suit, and then he has like half of a burnt face because like he burnt his house down with his family in it and killed all his family. Blah blah blah.
Okay, so that guy.
That guy.
Oh, so it's a comedy.
Oh, it's twisted,
But like,
and it keeps getting more twisted from what I understand. The new series.
and he's like, saying you need to leave the house. This is bad. Like haunted and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like him in the show,
But
but I saw him there. Dennis O'Hare. O'Hare, is that his name? Dennis O'Hare. And
He was
I
very cool. Every time you walked in, he kind of looked at you because you had the makeup on, and he kind of smiled and waved. And
I was like,
Yeah,
it
that was cool.
So cool.
And then there was
he's a sweet guy.
there was another guy there who I recognized, who's been in a lot of horror films, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a list in front of me, so I don't know their names. But and then we we found a friend there, did we not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So we found out a mystery person too, because we wondered who this person was.
Yeah, every year we
Well,
do
two
this.
friends.
We do this thing called Fright Factory,
Which you've talked about,
yeah,
I think.
which we
they
talked
probably
about
know.
on the. You've actually heard us working Fright Factory. We had that in one of our shows in the past. And one time when my wife was going
One
in
time?
with my wife and my brother, and this freaky clown went up to him. And to this day, up until here about a week ago, we never knew who this clown was.
This clown had little tiny hands and little tiny faces in his hands, and he was the creepiest clown I'd ever seen. And he came up to me with baby hands, and he started laughing like a lunatic, and I had to hide behind Jared. So that is the scoop, because I don't remember anything else, but we were in line for the one and only time that I actually could make it into a haunted house, and only because my daughter and husband are in there, but are standing in line.
That's my baby. I'm like, Mom, no. Stop. Oh my god.
So, Autumn, how did we find out that it was?
It was. Well, should I say names? No.
Yes.
Freaking Robert.
So
Freaking love
after
Robert.
all this time, we found out who Tiny Baby Hands, the creepy clown, was.
What's his last name? Do you know his last name?
Man, I don't even know. And he was one of the guests at Crypticon, because he is a.
Yeah, he's just. We were shocked because we know him.
Yeah.
Right?
So we're
'Cause
like,
he's,
we have to go.
he's the guy you go to have your makeup done when you're at Crypticon. Excuse me, at Fright Factory. Is that right? Fright Factory?
Yeah.
Because he's awesome. He does such a good job makeup. I just thought he was some dude off the street doing makeup. Because that's the way
He's
most
big,
of
too.
them are. Yeah.
He's like really tall.
Yeah. And just the nicest guy. He's really, really cool. But man, does he do a good job
He's amazing.
with makeup. Well, come to find
Rob-
out, he's kind of in charge of the whole makeup thing at Crypticon.
Wow.
His name's Robert Butcha.
Yes,
Huh.
right.
Butcha?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So we walked in the room, and there he was, and he's like, "Hey guys!" And
Well,
he gets up.
he recognized. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course, he's the nicest man who scared the general out of me.
yeah.
Oh,
Uh,
I wouldn't have recognized.
but yeah, he gave us a hug, and he invited us to go to the makeup contest, which was really cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. We found out that about 15, 20 minutes into the makeup contest, we found out that it's a 2-hour contest.
Oh, geez.
So we said, you know what? Let's go take care of some business, and we'll come back, toward the end. So that's what we did.
Nice.
And then, so that was cool. What else did you find? What'd you buy?
I bought a Munsters shirt and a gothic kind of cute top.
Some
and,
artwork.
Artwork.
Uh-huh.
What else did you
My
see besides the tarantulas, snakes, and beetles that those one people had? You see? Remember
the
anything
beetles are
else you
cute.
saw?
What else? Oh, I saw clowns.
Saw a lot of
clowns.
jewelry.
Jewelry, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't get any jewelry. Well, you don't wear a lot of jewelry except for bracelets.
To be honest, I was a little surprised she didn't buy more jewelry.
Yeah.
I bought jewelry at the mall.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause
kind
that
of the
was
same
super
stuff.
cute.
That's how we found out about this. Was we went to the mall, and there was a woman there. They were having their little swap meet sale like they do sometimes, and there was a woman there with all this gothic jewelry, and so Autumn bought a couple of pieces from her, and then she said, "Hey, you guys should come out to." And then she mentioned another place, and then she had a Crypticon flyer, I think.
That was at Hot Topic. We went to Hot Topic.
Right. So anyway, that's what we found out was when we went to the mall.
That's cool.
Oh my gosh, I have a funny story.
You didn't say who else you saw, too. That one guy. That you wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
care, but I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the kid from E.T., the older brother.
The older brother, not Elliot.
Yeah.
Not
so hard to
Elliot,
say his name.
not the kid who rode E.T. on his bike.
Yeah.
But the older brother in the movie E.T.
Robert McNaughto.
McNaught.
I
Magnato.
don't know. But
But that's pretty cool that you got to see him.
Yeah.
And he
you kinda
also
talked to them.
was super friendly. I mean, we didn't go up to their booths, but you could. There was no lines. It was so laid back.
I mean, they're kind of off the
They
shelf
are.
kind of actors,
They are.
but still cool to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw E.T. in the 80s
Mm-hmm.
when it came out, and that was, like I was saying, that's like the first movie I saw in the movie theater when I was like 7 or 8, something like that, 1986 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's all grown up too,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
We walked by his booth, and he looked up and he goes, Alice Cooper!
No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he was really cool.
Well, that's cool.
He was
Yeah,
a cool guy.
And then I didn't see her there, but Millie Shapiro was there. She's from Hereditary.
I never heard that.
Ooh.
Or her.
Um,
Is that
I recognize her.
clearly a horror show or a movie?
Hereditary is a horror movie.
A horror movie, huh? Well, that's cool.
Well, so there we are. We're dead tired. Oh, God, we're so tired. And I'm
Well,
thinking,
that is.
okay, and you know, I have my con routine. No matter what
Yes,
con it
you
is,
have to stick to a script.
you
when
kind
you're
of did,
walking
but
in.
you didn't really in this one,
Well, good.
right? But it's time to go. My body's saying, okay, it's time to.
So you
to-
must have been there about 2 hours.
Let's just, no, it was about, I'd say,
probably a long day.
a good 15 minutes.
Oh.
Actually. I think that's what it was.
Okay, well,
but,
you lasted
so
longer
my-
than usual.
Yeah, I mean, it's normally if we'd all been there together, this would have been time to go home,
Okay.
right? And we're watching. I believe what happened. Where did this happen at, Autumn? We were watching the end of the makeup show,
Yeah.
and Autumn starts looking around the room. And what did you discover?
I found this really hot guy
Of course you did. Of course
on,
you did.
on a poster, and I'm like, ooh, who is that? And it's Dracula Party. So I'm like, ooh, okay. So, and it was
Dracula
like,
Party.
come join the party. I'm like, oh, party? Yeah.
Jeez.
Long story short, it was pretty lame. But,
No, it was fun.
well, the people there were lame, but like there was
You liked
Other,
them.
and there was Dracula Party.
Yeah.
And I got
They're
both-
indie alternative.
they're
groups.
horror. They're not indie.
It's more gothic.
Yeah,
It was
she's
very
gothic,
She's
he's
very
horror.
gothic.
He's
Yeah,
just-
he
they
was
just
one of
do
those
their
that,
own
you know,
records.
"Baby, the baby."
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
I
hate
was
that.
in love with him.
Yeah. God,
She
that-
was amazing.
Oh, jeez. More monster, please.
Don't die.
But I got their CD
Mhm.
Yeah.
and got them to sign it. So
And it was
I thought that
fun.
was
We
so
just
cool.
sat there, and you know, it was a
Yeah.
dark room, and they had cool lights, and
Two people watching.
there was a DJ. No, there
I'm
was.
talking about you two.
Well, there was not a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is at about that time of night, everyone who's I think mostly 21 and over, could go up to to level 13.
Of
And
course
there
they
was
said 13.
there were dancing. There was dancing and bars and stuff up there.
Ah.
I think that's where most people went. But with Autumn, we went and asked. We said, "Is there an age limit for this one?" And she says, "No, I don't think so." So we went in there, and they did have a bar set up, which I thought was weird. But
all ages, then you get a bracelet, and if you don't have a
Exactly.
bracelet, you just don't drink.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. It was fun to listen to another type of music and just see how it was presented.
That's cool.
It's not my favorite,
Yeah.
but it was still fun. I mean, I enjoyed
Different.
it.
Yeah.
And again, very different experience.
I have a funny story.
Uh-huh.
So I'm full costume, right? I look like an idiot, honestly.
No,
It's
you
like,
don't. You look
no.
pretty amazing.
Because I had my makeup and people were looking at me from their cars, and I'm like,
Well, people who weren't at the
like,
Crypticon.
oh
the-
yeah, no,
the
no,
con.
like normal people were looking
Yeah.
at me like, what?
Well,
the heck?
imagine
It's the middle of May.
The middle of May.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They look over and see these people all dressed up all weird.
Yeah.
So I didn't have breakfast, so I was hungry, and we're like, okay, we're gonna go to McDonald's. So
I think we have lost batteries there.
Oh, no.
Wyatt?
Yep. We're ready.
Autumn, would you fly some batteries into that real quick?
no,
I will tell you while she does that right now that Jared was very busy with work, which is why he was not able to do the show last Friday. As I do the show right now, it is Thursday, and so I'll be doing another show tomorrow, which is why we're not doing a DVD Weekly podcast today. We're doing this special show. And how's the batteries coming?
Right now it's good.
I like that.
hello,
So anyway, that's why we did what we did this time.
hello.
And she's back. So okay, don't yell into the mic. Thank you. Do not yell.
That wasn't even that loud. I was like whispering.
Did you see the
I know, but
Yeah.
you, Mom, that was not loud at all.
She's
I was
not.
like,
She's not that intelligent.
no, because
She's
like
a
you
little-
need to turn it down then, because that was not loud
I need
at
to turn
all.
it down. I see.
Okay.
Me and Mom's voices are perfect.
Jeez, I just kicked it.
All
I'm
right, so
having
what were
some
you saying?
problems. So anyway, so we go to McDonald's, right?
Yeah, this is before we got there. We stopped at our
And-
neighborhood McDonald's.
Yeah. So we're like, waiting in line,
Quick drive-through.
drive-through, and we get to the window. It's freaking my
Just
crush,
say boyfriend.
my crush that I'm going to prom with, huh? And I'm like, because I knew that he worked there, and I'm like,
Not today, sir.
I'm
Not
like,
today.
I'm like, this would be crazy if he was there.
And what do you know?
Well, what do you like?
We
he
pull
was
up to the drive-through window, and there he is.
and I turned my head, and I was like, and he's like, "Hi, Autumn." And I'm like,
I'm all out of
"Hi."
it. She had to turn and show. She looked so cool, and she didn't want to turn and look at him.
I was like,
Come on.
I finally did. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
you did.
I felt bad because like Dad was like, "Autumn," and I'm like, "Come on."
But what
Yeah,
are the
but
odds
what are
that
the
one?
freaking odds?
Well, pretty good odds, but
I
still.
was so mad. I'm like, gosh darn it.
But it turned out to be a great day. We stayed later than I've ever stayed at a con.
And I got a free apple pie.
And you got a free apple pie, yes.
Yeah.
So it was good, yeah?
Yeah, it was really
Would you go again next year?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Maybe Mom can go with us next year.
Yeah, I will. Okay.
Anything else you want to say about that?
You had a good time.
Yeah.
It was good. It was real good.
I'm sure Jared was sad. He probably would have gone with you. And
You know what?
enjoyed it.
Jared had planned. I did not know this. Jared had planned to go.
Oh, but the work thing came
And
up.
then his work, they had some big show that they had to do.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And so he wasn't able to go.
Oh,
Speaking of go,
go.
you
Yeah, went.
went. Now, first of all, let me tell you something. I have a heck of a time trying to remember the name of where you went. I have
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Oh, God, that's right. Guatemala.
Yes.
I don't know why I cannot remember that.
Yeah, it's hard.
She went out of the country, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure did.
And why did you go?
I went on a mission trip for 11 days. to
With the
Guatemala.
Bible? You're teaching the Bible?
No.
Oh.
No, my profession is optometry, and
Uh-huh.
I'm an optician, which means that I work with glasses,
Uh-huh.
and so
Reading glasses?
all glasses.
Yeah. Do
Ordering
you like the way
glasses.
I'm interviewing you like I don't know?
But so we went to Guatemala, got into Guatemala City. The second or third day, travel was all day long. Stayed in a hotel, got on a bus.
What's the time difference?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Only
1
1
hour
hour.
ahead?
Yes.
All right.
But 12 hours of travel between two flights, bus to and from the airport,
Mhm.
and then another 5.5 hours into Guatemala City, which is up a huge mountain. So we stayed in Guatemala City.
So here you are. You're in Guatemala City.
Yes.
Is it like a tourist attraction?
It is not.
Oh,
We
it's
are-
not.
We are talking about the, we stayed on a military campus.
What military?
The
Gu-
Guatemalan
Oh,
military
all right.
campus, where they had a very old hospital, unused hospital.
Uh-huh.
That
Wait. Did you say unused?
Mm-hmm. It's on the base, and they use it for things like this. They do mission trips there twice a year,
Oh.
so it's open, but you bring your own equipment.
How many people did it?
My group for this year was 110 people.
Oh, wow.
And so this is the first year in about 5 years that they've had an official optician.
Mm-hmm.
For all the people that worked, 110 people, me being the 110th, 109 people, I was the only optician to
Oh, wow.
go.
Wow.
So we spent 8 days
Mhm.
in the hospital grounds. We
Nice place to sleep. Nice, comfortable.
Imagine a very basic 6th grade camp. I got a cot with a canvas mat, so very flat on a metal bar shaping.
No, because our beds
At least you
in
had
my 6th grade camp
bunk-
was
bunk
better.
beds with a pad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a cot that was put together with folding metal sticks, and we stayed in a 30+ women's room, all open, windows open.
Of course, that's my dream, but
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's so fun. And where you walk across the road to a bathroom, you can't flush the toilet because it won't take paper.
What?
Yes. Water you can't drink or barely touch, so you shower with your mouth closed, with your eyes closed, and you brush your teeth with bottled water.
So you get up, you do go to a fancy place for breakfast, like across the street or something nice?
Sure. No, we walk about a mile down to the from the barracks.
A mile?
Mm-hmm. Down to the kitchen.
Well, thank God their weather's nice.
Well, yeah, it's about 80 degrees, and I
Oh.
don't know what you call the percentage of humidity. I guess it's better than Florida, but I have not been to Florida nor Guatemala before, so but you're
So it's
constantly sticky,
Humid, yeah.
and sweaty. And because of that, I still have a cough from the high altitude and moisture in the air.
Well, you were saying somebody there had a little, what am I trying to say? Needed water. What do you call that?
Yeah, but there was dehydration.
Dehydrated, yeah.
Had to be hooked up to an IV to get hydration. It's dangerous up there because you're working with the Guatemalan people and you don't know what illness they have, but the poor quality of water can cause very quick sickness. One year they had a diarrhea outbreak.
Sorry about that, folks.
Yeah, sorry.
We should have warned you.
Sorry, but dehydration was a big deal because of the heat and the activity.
right. Yeah.
We'd work 12-hour days from like 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. doing our work, and a lot of times if you don't get a chance to drink water, your bottled water, which you have to go to camp to get,
Yeah.
then you can definitely get dehydrated.
Huh.
So
what are their houses like? You didn't go into any of the houses,
I didn't
did
get into town
Yeah.
with the houses. They did,
But lots of folks did because they went
had
on
a special team,
a stove patrol or
a
something
stove
like that.
team, because the way the houses are set up, if you call them a house, it's more like a hut. It's 4 walls of wood on a dirt-based
Oh, wow.
floor with a tin flat piece roof. So they live in a square, and they grow their food. So they make corn, and they have to bring in water that's cookable. But it's
Is it
still-
like Mexican food or?
Well, yeah,
Kinda?
they grow their vegetables, so they make things to put in tortillas, tamales, things like that. But they have markets where they have to trade for their food and things like that. They literally have no money. And whatever they can grow off their land, you see sheep herders on the side of the road.
Oh, wow.
There's cows that are just randomly walking, lost dogs, lots of uncared for dogs in the streets. So, the picture in your mind. But yeah, and so
Wow.
the stoves, they use the stoves that they can in their house, but the heat and the smoke in the house causes a lot of eye damage from burns
Wow.
and chest intake. So the stove teams, they make stoves out of blocks of cement, and so you burn less
Yeah.
wood. So they built 40 stoves in 40 different huts.
So you guys not only helped people's eyes, but you went out and did the stove thing too.
Yeah, so they have teams for different things. So we
Interesting.
did 268 different surgeries for cross-eyed
Wow.
kids with cataracts, adults. We did all the surgeries, and then even replacement of eyes with,
Oh.
just all. They had a surgeon. They had.
Autumn would have loved to have been there.
Yeah, but and then we got about 500 pairs of glasses to people. So
Busy.
busy.
500 pairs of glasses?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it was a busy week. That was
Wow.
8 days, and then coming out.
So
of,
what was it? What was that like?
It was super hard, but very rewarding.
Hard because.
Long hours,
Uh-huh.
hard, hot days.
Mm.
Just worst. We had no air
A
conditioning.
lot of walking.
A ton of walking. 'Cause
Yeah.
We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner about a mile away, every direction. So walk there, have breakfast.
So did the
walk back.
people just come and stand in line, or what? How did
Yeah.
they get helped?
They would come from. We had a guy that just what he had mentioned was he had come from 10 hours away to get his eyes checked.
Oh, wow.
People who haven't had eye exams in 10, 20 years that do their everyday work and can't see damage, things like that.
Did it make you look at the life you have as opposed to the life they have?
It's beyond words.
Wow.
We have so I mean, the things you take for granted, a flushing toilet, running water, healthy water. I was telling Autumn they don't have ice in Guatemala
Oh,
because there's nothing cold in Guatemala because they don't have refrigeration. They don't have quality of water. You can't put dirty water ice cubes in your drink.
Yeah.
They have to boil their water to drink or cook with it. And so, there's no such thing as ice. There's not a cold drink.
Wow.
Or a lot of electricity. They work by daylight or their stove.
Did you have electricity where you were?
We had electricity, but we didn't have air condition.
Gotcha.
So we could turn on lights, but you can't flush your toilet paper because the septic systems.
Oh, can't take the paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just go to the bathroom, drinking water.
Jeez.
Your basic living things. There's no refrigerator. You hang things on the wall, so you have breads and whatever vegetation you can keep in a bag that doesn't go bad. So minimal food. If you have kids, you're feeding them with tortillas and vegetables that you've grown. So no refrigeration, barely any meats. If you're living like that. But
Well, you mentioned foods,
Mhm.
and you brought me back
And these were from the hotel.
a mini box. Oh, this one's in English on the back.
Most of them are, but
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes chocolate marshmallows that you turned around, and it's called Zucaritas
Zucaritas.
Sabor Chocolate con Malvaviscos.
They put marshmallows in their chocolate frosted flakes.
And yeah, they do. They actually look pretty good.
But the other cereal is only in Mexico or
Yeah,
Guatemala.
that one's
area.
Choco Krispies, which I guess is Cocoa Krispies, right?
Well, it's
And it's
totally
got an
different.
elephant
Yeah,
on it.
yeah. But also made by Kellogg's.
Yeah.
It's over there.
Actually, does it say
Pepsi's
Kellogg's?
huge in the cities.
Pepsi is?
Mhm.
Figures.
Yeah.
The poor man's drink. I'm sorry, that was terrible.
But you can buy cerveza and straight alcohol right off the street when you're walking down the
From
road.
a 12-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. You brought a couple other things
Yes.
that we have not tried yet.
Yes.
And so are we going to try them now?
Here, yes. Well, plantains are tiny bananas,
Mm-hmm.
and these are called plantainias.
Plantanian?
Plantaninas. Tiny plantains.
Huh.
And they're dried. They look like banana chips,
Mhm.
but they're lightly salted. So I did not eat these. I did.
Salted.
Yes. Plantain chips with salt.
All right, let's all try one.
Okay.
Are you worried, Autumn?
No.
But plantains are super yummy. What they do is they fry them,
Mhm.
and they put like some cinnamon on there, and they're great for breakfast.
Ah.
So I have plantains every day. There's a lot of mango and watermelon and
Ew.
pineapple.
So it's
So-
kind of like,
Lots
it
of,
looks like bacon.
well, it's in the shape of a long banana.
Yeah. So many
It
things.
smells
I
like
could
a potato chip because it
spit
is.
on
It
me.
does.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
say. All right, let's take a bite.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I really like
Huh.
it.
I don't. It tastes like
I thought you said you
Banana.
did like it.
no plantain regular, like
Oh,
cooked
oh.
bananas are yummy. Now these are not bad.
They're kind of
So-
stale, it feels like.
Well, they're dry. They're like banana chips, but instead of being sweet like the banana,
Mhm.
they're salt. So then it turns into the taste of a
It
potato
tastes like
chip.
a potato chip.
Like
Yeah.
a very light. There's no salt on it.
It tastes like a Lay's potato chip.
Yeah. Not bad.
It starts out as the flavor of a banana,
Mm-hmm.
and then as you chew it, it turns into like a Lay's potato chip.
Huh.
So it's not bad.
Interesting.
And 100% natural. So they just dry it and then lightly salt it.
Hey, we didn't have to spit it out.
No, I would eat the rest of this bag, I think.
Now, what's the other thing you got?
Well, I don't know what it's called, but the breakfast muffins that sit out when you are there in the
Ew.
morning.
It's
Uh-huh.
hard.
It is hard. It's like a cookie, but it also has it has like a
I'm
like
eating
a
another.
crisscross top.
Are we gonna try it?
It looks like it would be a soft, fluffy muffin,
Mm.
but it's hard. Like
That's
a cookie.
hard, yeah.
So, I wish I knew what it was called, but these were out for breakfast every morning.
Just rip into it. Don't
Mm.
be afraid.
Oh, it's kind of soft.
Oh, I see. She's
But-
already trying it. Isn't that nice?
Mm.
It's like a very bland
Ew.
sugar cookie.
Did you try it, Autumn?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bread mixed with a lightness of,
Boy, it's like the driest bread I've ever seen.
Yeah.
but it's got a slight sugar taste to it. It's not bad.
I don't like it.
No,
You would
not
almost
bad.
want to put like a jelly or a butter on it.
Or
Yeah,
anything.
we got to try the M&Ms.
Oh, you got to hear the story. So we go to
Yeah.
this. Okay, so the last few things.
So now you finished your several days. What is it?
Yes.
10 days, 9 days,
11, or
eight,
it was
8 days of work.
8 days of work.
But we had a day of travel.
All
Day of
this,
travel.
all this work you've done, all this climbing, all this walking. Now it's time to have some fun
Supposed to have 2 days of relaxing
Yeah.
before we travel and
at
go.
a 5-star hotel. I
At
might
five-star
add.
hotel, yes. So we get checked into our hotel, which is an old Mission, beautiful hotel,
Oh.
and we were going to go do a massage
Mm-hmm.
because we've been on our feet. It's hot. This is supposed to be great and all that.
Oh, that's got to be a lot of fun to be a massage artist there.
Yeah, because you're hot and sticky.
God. Bleh.
So, and then so we do the massage. That's great. And when you come out, they say, "Would you like water or some tea?" And so this is like my second massage.
And then you're like, what kind of water?
Well, no, water at this resort you can drink it. So I said, "I'll have a glass of water, please,"
Nice.
or "I'll
nice
have
choice.
water." I don't drink tea. So she brings me a Dixie cup
Oh, nice.
of water.
A big one?
Nope, a Dixie cup. You know, like when you wash your mouth out after you brush your teeth?
Yes.
Which is, I guess that's supposed to be petite and
Oh,
fancy.
that's where the 5 stars come from.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So then I walk over to refill my Dixie cup of water,
Mm-hmm.
and there's some orange slices in it, so I think that makes it fancier, which is nice. It tastes refreshing.
Mm. Yeah.
And once you have a massage, because they've moved all your muscles, you're supposed to rehydrate with a lot of water.
Ah.
So I continue to drink my water, and I walk over and somebody said, "Do you want a chocolate?" And I said, "Oh, I would greatly like a chocolate." So I walk
Some
over
Guatemalan chocolates.
to Yes, I walk over
Nice.
to and on the site they have a beautiful chocolate store,
Oh, nice.
which had some. I think See's Candy probably would have been better, but
yeah, but you've got my
well,
attention.
Yes, I know, chocolate, right? So I walk over to the chocolate box and it says dark chocolate with a lid. It also has a nice flip open for the chocolate with hard shell,
Uh-huh.
and then also a flip up box top that says white chocolate.
Ooh, which one did you choose?
So I'm not a big fan of white chocolate nor dark chocolate. So
Okay.
I open the box that says milk chocolate with hard shell, with candy shell, to find little baggies of 3 M&Ms. So folks,
Are you serious?
when you're eating your M&Ms, of the highest quality and the most elegant
That's
of Guatemalan standard.
Did you laugh?
3, I wish you all could see it.
Oh,
a little
God.
tiny, peel back bag with 3 M&Ms
Oh, man.
as your spa choice
That's hilarious.
gift of chocolate.
That's your 5-star chocolates.
I should, I took a picture of the chocolates. I should have taken a picture.
I may have to take a picture. I'll take a picture of the 3 things that or the 2 things we tried and
Yes, yes.
the unbelievable chocolates.
Yes, and
That's
so,
hilarious.
And then I have to tell you that as we went on with the afternoon, it was a nice a spa afternoon. So a couple hours, and then you stick your feet in the pool. That's fine. It was lovely. But later that day, or earlier that day, we had gone to Hobbit Tango, which is
What?
we went to Hue Tango, or that's the name of the city.
What the hell?
So Hobbit Tango is a hobbit village.
Like the movie The Hobbit?
Yes, little tiny hobbit houses where you can stay, and it's as quaint as it sounds. You go up and you can have a beer. I don't know anything about the story of the movies or the books of The Hobbit,
No, me neither.
but Lord of the Rings style. You go up there and
Weird.
you can stay in these little hobbit houses, and at the same time.
So this definitely is a tour. You're now in more of a touristy area.
Yes, yes. We've
All right.
taken an hour ride out
Ah.
in a Noga air-conditioned bus to go to Hobbit Tango to get in a wretched little truck that has wooden seats that somebody hammered together and put up 2 sidebars. You will fall. You will come close to death in this
Gee.
makeshift truck that they drive about a 2-inch road to get you up to Hobbit Tango. At the same time, you're holding on for dear life. You get up there, and you then are, again, everything's in the rainforest and on these high hills and mountains.
Uh-huh.
So we get up this mountain, death-defyingly. We had to get out of our makeshift van, move around so that our weight was evenly distributed so he could make it up the hill.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. As the wheels are turning and smoke's coming from the 1979 van that drove us up the hill.
Oh, Lord.
So, in hopes that we make it with our lives up the hill,
Yeah.
we then get there and we drive another car around the even thinner dirt roads to get up to Hobbit Tango. Then we continue to climb maybe another 10 miles, which I had no idea,
Good Lord.
up a hill to continue seeing tiny hobbit houses. So that was my enjoyable tour.
Interesting.
It did end with some nachos and tacos, which were
nice.
were good. But again, I was exhausted.
But then, as we get to the end of the show here,
yes,
you put your life in your own hands.
which one? Which
But
time?
before we get to that, let's do the climbing part first.
Well,
Of the buildings.
we went to the Mayan ruins.
Mayan ruins.
Got to climb the Mayan ruins.
They let people climb these things.
Oh, they're huge.
She said, I saw pictures. I'm
Yeah.
like, you went to the top of this thing?
Yeah, so we climbed there, climbed all of them, climbed down. At the same time, you can go outside the Mayan ruins and buy just random bottles of alcohol from the street teenagers. So I brought back a bottle of something that's alcohol, is what she told me. That she says, "Oh, you want it cold?" I said, "No, thank you."
What would she have done if you wanted it cold?
Well, they did have a refrigerated
that's
box
right.
of ice.
Gotcha.
And so she was going to pull me out a cold alcohol. It's 36% by volume.
Jeez.
So I would have died.
It eats through the glass.
And I maybe tell Jared, don't drink it because I don't know. It might kill you. But yes, so if you barter for a couple dollars, you can get a straight bottle of alcohol off the streets.
Wow.
Yep.
I
And
thought
so
it was like 100%.
it's probably rubbing alcohol. I don't know. But
I don't want to try it.
yeah, no,
What?
that'll kill you. So we went to the Mayan ruins. We did the Hobbit Tenango trails to see Hobbit houses, and then in the very end, just
I
to
can't believe.
wind it up,
I can't believe you did this.
I went zip lining,
Holy.
which to me sounds great. You just
Now
climb
this
up a
ain't,
ladder.
this
and-
ain't Six Flags.
Oh no, we went through
Zip
the
line.
rainforest, up through
Dude.
the hills, and up to the mountains where they had 12 zip lines, which each one got bigger and bigger, and we went over the canyon of the rainforest at oh gosh, I was at the top of a mountain. I had climbed for miles and miles and trekked up as we went through each zip line, which I've never been zip lining before. It's super exciting to think of, but actually doing it is pretty amazing.
You showed
It was
a
huge.
picture of this gigantic tree.
Yes.
And what reminded me of, you know that, no, it's not even like that. I don't know how you would describe that ladder.
So it's like 50 pegs up a ladder. This is at the top of the
And it's
mountain
not just a
almost.
straight, I mean, there were
No.
like cords and wires and
Yes.
just all kinds
You would
of.
think of Swiss Family
rope.
Tree
Yes,
House,
yeah,
but
yeah.
on a bazillion time military
like a giant spider web.
military level climbing course.
And it goes way up.
We're up at the top of the rainforest
That's
mountains.
insanity.
And then we ride the zip line down through the canyon and up to the next mountain where we
Is
started.
it fast?
It's super fast. But when you zip line, or at least this one, they put you in a seatbelt.
Yeah.
You hold on with one hand so that you can aim.
Are you in
your-
a chair or something?
No, it's wrapped around your butt. So it's two
Good
seat
Lord.
belts around your legs that come up around your waist.
Oh, okay.
And a helmet. That's it. Two seat belts that bring you together and you...
A helmet
you-
that many other people have used.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, in Guatemala. And then two carabiners that hook you onto the two lines.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do that, you have to wear these industrial strength gloves. They look like gardening gloves.
Yeah.
But they're like
Like
when
welder's gloves.
yeah, like
almost.
when you catch a hawk,
Yeah.
those
oh,
kind
yeah,
of gloves.
yeah.
So then they put this piece of leather that you put your thumb through, and then they hook your hand to the top of the the cord you're going to go down.
Oh, it sounds so safe.
Yes. So you put your hand behind your head so you don't hit your head
Lord.
or your helmet on your wire, because if you do, that burn is going to burn through your plastic helmet.
Good Lord.
Mhm. Oh, God. There's no reason to wear a helmet, because if you fall, you will die.
Oh.
There's no helmet protection. I mean, we're talking about a plastic bike helmet. So
Jeez.
I've got 2 seatbelts on my butt cheeks. I've got 2 carabiners holding my life, a plastic helmet, and 2 gloves. This is what I have in the rainforests of Guatemala, where they have 0 rules. They didn't tell you if you had asthma, sign off on this. You didn't sign anything. You went. There was only 2 zip lines, and if you were of a certain height or weight, you couldn't do the Superman, which is where you lay on your stomach and you zip line across. And I guess it was super fast. I did not meet the weight requirements, and some people were too tall, too short, too heavy, too whatever. So,
At least they had some rules there.
yeah, well, thanks.
That probably lost like 18 people first.
Yeah, right. So you hold on with this glove, and you put this piece of leather under your hand, and you hold on to the wire. By the time you get across, with the thickness of the leather and the glove, you still have a burning hand.
Ow!
Because you've ridden the friction across. You rode. Is that how you say? Across this zip line.
Wasn't
and
it
that's
terrifying
how long
being up
it was.
that high?
Freaking amazing.
I
It
don't
was
know about
amazing, but it was so high.
Did you stop and take a picture?
Well, I would love to have, but I didn't have any pockets in my pants.
Oh, Lord.
So I wasn't able to take a lot of pictures.
I'd be hanging on for dear life.
But the girl I had beside me had these pants that had all the pockets, so she had her pictures. I told her to take a few, and so
You said beside you. Did you go off in pairs?
we did.
Oh.
Because at the end, you have to equal out the weight, so
So
2
now
people go at once.
Now that's even more terrifying,
Yes.
because not only is it your weight,
Yes.
but somebody else's.
Yes.
Oh,
Same as the
jeez.
equal drives in the vans. You have to be equal in the vans, because
Wow.
if not, they'll tip over on the very thin roads. And that's how I ended my
Wow.
stay. I do have to tell you that in between, when we left the hospital, the military, the Guatemalan military, threw us a dinner and
Oh, wow.
and thanked us with a speech for helping the people of Guatemala. So the military band played for us for dinner.
Oh, wow.
They had a long speech of thanks, and then they fed us with that we got a homemade tamales.
Nice.
So they had their culture food with taquitos and things like that, and Domino's pizza. So they mixed American into it. It was very, very sweet. But we had military assistance the whole time.
Guns and the whole thing?
Huge rifles.
Whoa.
Tons of military. They traveled with us on and off the
Wow.
base, and to the ruins, and to the airport. So we were always surrounded
care
by
of you.
military. They didn't mess with us.
Wow.
And at the
Dang.
end, we had a thank you banquet too. So
Did did you recognize any of the music they played?
yes, I did.
Really?
Yes, they played a lot of like a Star Spangled Banner and stuff like that. They were
Really?
playing. They tried to be very American and thank us for our service there.
Wow.
So it was amazing.
That's very cool.
11 days. I could talk and talk and talk. There's so many things that are so different from our life here.
Now, before you went, you were
no
nervous.
rules.
Of course, you're leaving the country. You had
Yeah.
a passport for the first time in your life.
Yes.
Now you've gone and you've done it, which I'm blown away by. You are my hero. I'm amazed by what you did. I saw the pictures and I'm like, this is my wife that did this?
There's so many
Wow.
things that I can't believe were
But now that you've done it,
doable. Mhm.
would you do it again?
Oh, that's a good question, because they want me to do it next year. Would I do it again? That's going to take a year of thinking.
You know, that's the way it's funny. And then there's no comparison. I'm not comparing it to this. But it's kind of like Autumn. It's kind of like, is she still here?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
I talked forever. Sorry.
It's kind of like the Fright Factory. When I got done with the Fright Factory last year, I'm like, okay, we're done.
Yeah,
You know,
when you do
I
anything big,
I'm done.
it takes a lot out of you.
But then as you
That's-
get closer to the time coming
Yeah.
again, it's like we were talking the other day. Do we want to go every night?
Well, see, the
Maybe.
thing is that you give yourself a year, and I think you start
Yeah.
to forget you remember the good
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and you forget about the bad stuff, and you just convinced yourself that it was such a good thing.
And not to mention that now that you've done it,
Yeah.
you don't have that fright. You don't, it's not the unknown
Right.
anymore. You
But
know it
it
now.
would still be the struggle
It
of the
would be.
hard work.
Yeah.
It's just not the unknown.
And you
So
got
I
lucky
think that
because
would be.
there was not a lot of rain, right?
Oh, and I guess our situation
Uh-huh.
was amazing. Everything went slow. I mean, it went fast. I mean, things went well.
Yeah.
And they process things faster because they've done it before. You know, they knew what to do too. If each year gets easier, so it was a very streamlined process. From
That's
what I
cool.
understand, they had the best weather, which to me still is hard.
Yeah.
Because that's not what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm
Hard to
dry
breathe
heat.
and-
Oh, that was my biggest thing. I
Yeah.
came home with a coffee just because I'm almost close to asthmatic at this point with how high the altitude was and the air quality.
Humidity, yeah.
Yeah, humidity. But
Wow.
other than that, it was hard. But, if they said you're doing it again next year, I would not oppose it.
Wow.
But it's definitely
You know what you should do?
life-changing.
You know it's life changing. I totally. It sounds like it.
Yeah.
What you should do.
Yeah.
I mean, because if any lives that need to be changed, you should take autumn next year.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
I
A lot
think
of
you
people
should.
had their kids that get to see
Yeah.
other
and
cultures.
also take the dog.
I love that dog.
Oh,
I'd take him if I could.
God.
You did not love him.
He pooped all over the house. Pooped all. I had to give him a bath to get the poop out of.
Okay, too much
Oh my
information.
God! And that was all on the last day. He ran away,
He ran
ran down the street. I am too old and out of shape to be chasing after a damn dog. It was great to
The
have you
cats were
back.
perfect.
The,
Of
the
course
cats
they
were perfect. Oh, no, we should say the cats were perfect.
Okay,
Don't say
do
that.
Okay then.
Okay.
Good to
well,
know.
we have talked way too long.
Well, thank you so much. This has been a fun show. I've
Look
enjoyed
at
this.
his beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Everything from
Yeah.
Crypticon to Argentina.
No,
Argentina.
Guatemala.
Oh, Guatemala.
Yes.
How am I going to remember that? Oh,
I keep saying Mexico. It's after Mexico.
I could think of
Guatemala.
oh, I was going to say avocado, but that doesn't work. Damn it.
Well, I can't remember the kind of money, but the country's bird is a quital,
Yes.
and the quitale.
You brought me a little wooden one.
Yes, and
It's cool.
on their jewelry and things like that, the quitale is the dollar. It's 7-1, so something like this bag of plantain chips would be $14
Gee,
in
Lord.
American money.
so what am I, Disneyland?
Divide that by 7, and it's $2 for a bag of chips.
Oh.
Now, you can get an alcoholic beverage in a hotel
Uh-huh.
in Antigua,
Mm-hmm.
which is the fancier part of Guatemala, next to Guatemala City, for a normal $19 drink with alcohol and fruits and a fancy cup and all that, $6.
Oh, wow.
So food, like we had dinner for $38
Oh, wow.
for a fancy meal, which would be $100 in America.
Yeah.
So their
Wow.
food is less expensive. They are totally on to tourists. So you can't go and barter for this and that. When we went to Mexico 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you could get a ring for $3
Yeah.
and sterling silver and beautiful. It is now valued at more like $20.
Now
which,
you walk away going, oh, where's my ring?
Yeah.
Where's my watch?
Yeah,
where's
well,
where's my...
But you still get a good value, but they know
Yeah.
tourists
Yeah.
all over the place. There's
Huh.
not a good place to get a deal anymore. They actually have an official marketplace downtown Guatemala City for tourists.
Interesting.
But beautiful things, super nice people. Buenas tardes, buenas noches. Gracias. Oh, so.
Did anybody say cómo se llama tu escuela?
No.
Okay.
No.
It's the only Spanish I know.
Yes, well, no. And I couldn't, we were at such fast pace. We had translators just working amazingly. But I didn't pick up a lot of Spanish, but I did understand a lot more than I did going
Yeah.
in. But just gracious, super gracious people.
Oh, that's
just hug you and cry and just so
wow.
sweet and thankful.
That is very cool.
It was amazing.
You will be blessed for doing that.
They will be blessed.
That is very, very cool.
So.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your experiences.
Well, thank everybody for listening.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
We could go on forever and ever
well,
and ever.
I just got back yesterday, so telling the stories is...
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Autumn, thank you very much. We're going to dinner now, I understand.
Yeah, somewhere.
We're going to go out and have Mexican food?
Yep, we are. That's funny. We said we're going to go
God,
down to
I was
the Mexican
kidding.
food restaurant.
I was being smartass.
Well, the
Wow.
food, okay, don't get me started. The food is very fresh there because they grow their own vegetation. I never had any stomach problems in
And you do.
Guatemala.
You have just, I mean, my wife explodes at the drop of a
I
dime.
can't eat Taco Bell.
She
or things
explodes.
Yeah. But because the food, thanks for that. Because the food is all healthy,
Yeah.
my stomach was
Weird.
like, thank you.
Huh.
So,
That's weird.
but yeah, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. Yeah, just
That's very cool.
totally different from America.
That is very, very cool.
Yeah, so
All right. Well, there you go. That is this week's DVD Weekly podcast. Plus, more plus than the rest of it. But hey, love the plus.
okay, and next week you get Jared back, and you guys will be talking
Yeah, not
about
only next week, but like in a day.
What?
In a day.
Tomorrow.
He actually comes tomorrow. So yeah, so we'll be we'll get back on track. Get back on track with the
DVDs.
over under.
Oh, over under, yes.
And all that good fine stuff. Don't forget, you can go to Facebook. You go to our Facebook page. Hit up Facebook because I'm going to put some pictures up there.
Do it, Gordon.
Of Crypticon, and maybe some from Susan if she will allow me to send some photos. It's a beautiful deal. They got volcanoes there. They even had an earthquake while you were there.
Sure did.
Damn.
Yeah, I got the full experience.
So we are going to, if she'll let me, I'll put some of those photos up too.
Yes.
And then there's this phone number.
406-426-1DVD.
Oh, yeah.
You can even see the delicate M&M chocolates.
And
Not that you don't know.
Yes, I will. Yeah, no. The Guatemalan 5-star chocolates.
You guys, the next time you have M&Ms, it is a treat. You enjoy those M&Ms.
And Autumn, would you please send us off with the beautiful call?
What?
With the beautiful call.
Dial